Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our special guest with us from the We Talk Back podcast, AJ and Tam Bam. All right, well, let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, AJ and Tam Bam, my podcast sisters. Good morning, beautiful. And good morning, Uncle Snacks, known in the streets as Uncle Snacks, Charlamagne the God.
You already know. Big Taz. Thank you, Taz. You already know. Don't be side-eyeing
Is it
me,
Uncle
Envy.
Snack?
Uncle Snacky is in these streets,
It's
man.
stale snacky.
Hey, man.
Stale snacky.
They hate when you can hate all you want, but Uncle Snacky is here to stay. Okay?
Okay, whatever. But all right, let's start with Donald Trump. I guess we're going to be talking about Donald Trump for a long time, huh?
Yes, we are. Everybody keeps saying, why you keep covering Trump? Well, he keeps getting indictments. So as soon as he stopped getting it.
He's a former president. Yes.
As soon as he stopped getting indictments, we can stop covering him. So let's go straight to the report by NBC. We'll talk about it on the other side.
A former American president standing before a federal judge to answer whether he sought to thwart the will of voters and block a bedrock of American democracy, the peaceful transfer of power. In a 27-minute-long arraignment, former President Trump pleaded not guilty to 4 charges of conspiracy and obstruction, his third criminal arraignment in 4 months, and arguably the most serious.
Yeah, so imagine having 78 charges with no mugshot out on bail.
Crazy.
In that home. That's crazy.
Never been in handcuffs. 78.
Never been in handcuffs.
78 charges. Never got a mugshot. Never got put in handcuffs. But y'all want to tell me white privilege ain't real? Please.
Right. Yeah. Now the next hearing date is set for August 28th. That will be the day that the judge decides what the trial date will be. And so there's a lot of speculation about, will they get this trial done before the election? Because as you know, if he were to win president, he could certainly pardon himself. So they're doing all they can to try to get this case on the road. The Mar-a-Lago case. That is set to be for his arraignment on August 10th. And then, as we know, the Georgia case, which is the last case that's under investigation, that they're expecting an indictment, and that should happen in August as well.
Yeah, I've said it once and I say it a million times. He should not be allowed to run for president because if you're in any other industry and you got 78 criminal charges,
right,
they're going to suspend you.
Of course.
They're going to fire you. People are going to distance themselves from you.
Yeah.
Like, there's no qualifications to be president of the United States of America.
Just the
None.
age. Got to be 35 and plus, I believe.
Like, Jesus Christ.
It makes me think about that Dave Chappelle skit where he was like, fifth, where he was in court. You don't remember
the fifth plea? Yeah.
And listen, you're innocent until proven guilty, but until you get proved guilty, you can't participate. But that's what they do to everybody else. They do that to everybody else in every other industry.
Right.
But, I mean, it seems like he would have the speediest trial of all if they do it right before the election, which is kind of weird to me.
Are they doing it before the election?
Yes, they are pushing to have him in court before the election. So I don't know.
Yeah,
sounds like
a lot of these cases, there's a setting for March, which the primary will be going on, the Republican primary. And, trying to get a lot of these arraignments. They said they're going to keep this case, try to keep it as simple as possible. Not the easiest way to get it faster is not bringing in other, witnesses and other folks to charge, because obviously any defense is going to ask for, to delay the charge and delay the case, or ask for, put it on hold. So we'll see.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Now, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's a Friday, so let's have a little fun. All right, call us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Tez Figaro back with some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy, and my sisters from We Talk Back podcast and Charlamagne the God.
That's right, AJ, Tam Bam, they're our guest host. All right, let's get right into it. Let's start with DeSantis.
Yeah, just quickly in other political news, at a campaign stop in New Hampshire, Ron DeSantis was talking about federal bureaucrats, which he talks about all the time. He said if he is elected president, he's going to slit throats on day one. This wasn't the first time DeSantis has said that he'll slash government agencies if elected to the White House in June. He said he wanted to get rid of the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Energy, and the Department of Education. This is all just ridiculous, even putting that out there that you can get rid of the whole departments. But he said that they have to bring the administration to heel and that the bureaucracy is out of control in Washington. And you need a president to come in day one and clean house. So people are taking issue with his choice words of slitting throats.
I wonder how does Ron keep his morale up, being that he getting his ass kicked in the polls by a man who's been impeached twice and has 78 criminal charges. Like, you can't even get close to that man. Now,
Right.
you should at least have a one leg up on that individual, but you don't.
Right. I guess Joe Biden could probably say the same thing because looking at the polls in the general, which I guess depends on what poll you're looking at. But yeah, Ron DeSantis, he's actually spent about $30 million in recent months. So he's been pouring a lot of money into voter outreach, advertising, polling. People expected him to do much better. Personally, I think, or word on the street in Orlando or in Florida, by him going against Disney, that really hurt him for sure. They do not like you to play with the big mouse. And so that has caused a lot of his support, caused him to lose a lot of Republican support for sure because of that. So,
and who are these people that said that he used the term slit throats? That sounds very liberal. That don't sound like some conservatives would be mad at.
Yeah, so still, 6 months to go. So we'll see if it turns around. I think he keeps trying to make sure he's not offending the Trump supporters, but they don't want Ron DeSantis. They want Trump. So it's not working out for him, looks like.
Now, what's the best cities for Black families?
Yeah, I thought this was a neat. Kendrick, by Parents, they issued a first ever Best Black Cities for Black Parents Award. And it is a careful assessment of locations to determine the best overall cities for Black families. They decide this information based upon community, culture, good public education, higher education options, solid wealth building, and environmental and health equity. I wonder if people will agree with a lot of the cities that they chose, but I'll just name a few off. The best overall cities is Silver Spring, Maryland, Atlanta, Georgia, New York, San Francisco, California. The best for safety is New York.
Yeah, right.
Columbia.
Yeah,
right.
Happening?
Yeah, right.
Yo,
Who made this list?
I knew you were going to say that. New York, Columbia, Maryland, New Jersey.
What part of New Jersey?
City. New Jersey City. It says that that's one of the, and it gives
Jersey
reasons like on why they chose this, but it is it's very interesting. The best for wealth building, Raleigh, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, St. Louis, Missouri. And so you can kind of go look and see, what they see for culture, environmental equity, education, and health. I will mention the ones that they said best for education is Columbia, Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland, San Francisco, California. So I guess y'all don't agree with the safety.
Nah, safety ain't New York. I can't see.
I can't say that about New York.
Nah, not New York. Not Manhattan. That's Manhattan. Nah. Or the five boroughs, I should say. But nah, I can't see it.
I mean, y'all don't have the gun laws here,
Right.
but that's crazy.
Y'all have less gun violence.
Not in recent times.
I don't think so.
Not in recent times.
But if you do get caught with a firearm illegally, it's 3 years in prison, usually mandatory, and they usually give you time off for good, whatever it is.
I feel naked without my pistol.
And they're saying, I guess they're coming over to New York because they're saying it's one of the city's safest big cities. But, that doesn't mean necessarily it's the safest, I guess. So maybe they need to be a little bit more clear.
Yeah, they did. I saw it yesterday, and I'm looking at it now, how they did say overall crime has been driven down across New York in July because shootings continue to decline. But I don't know. It don't feel that way.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Teslin.
And make sure you subscribe to Teslin Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow Tez on all social media platforms at Teslin Figaro.
All right. When we come back, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday.
And we're talking eating booty today.
Oh, Lord.
Now, this comes from... This topic comes from the We Talk Bad podcast, right?
Yes.
Y'all had a situation where a friend of y'all ate some booty and wound up in the emergency room.
Yes, for 14 days they were in the hospital
Jesus.
getting treatment for, I can't pronounce it. It is amoebiasis ghirardiasis.
Why does Mia have so many biases? What's the problem?
That is the name of the sickness that they got. And there was like fecal matter on their tongue, in their throat, and found in their gut. And they had to get treatment for it.
So they ate dirty booty.
I don't know.
Listen,
is there any real clean
People like
booty?
that too,
it's
right?
booty. It's the place that all your waste comes from. So there's no such thing. 2 steps out of the shower is booty again.
That ain't true.
It is.
No, that ain't true. I feel like you got to actually be going deep to be doing all of that. Like, you got to get in there to actually be tasting fecal matter.
That's a kink,
I don't know.
too. Like, people like the actual...
The what?
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like he might have had some...
He like duty on his
Man, just
tongue?
eat some Cocoa Pebbles, man. What's up with y'all, man? Eat some Raisinets or some
Dingleberries.
Goobers.
So
What the hell?
What is the question we're asking people?
Have you ever heard? I've never heard nobody getting sick from
Have you
it.
ever
Like,
ate booty and got sick?
have you ever had a medical emergency from a sexual experience?
No, I want to know if you ever been sick from eating booty.
Have you ever got sick from
you
eating
got to
booty?
be all broad. I
800
need some doctors to call in.
585 That is the question. It's Freaky Friday.
Why is
Have
this
you
the case?
ever got sick from eating booty or heard about somebody getting sick from eating booty? And y'all need to wash your booties. Like, that's crazy. Fecal matter on their tongue and throat
And gut.
and gut. Ugh! Let's discuss.
14 days in the hospital.
14 days. But can you imagine telling the doctor, hey, why are you here?
You better tell the doctor the truth. You can't help you if you don't
Emergency
tell the truth.
room.
They
911.
already going to
They
know
didn't
based
know.
on...
911,
That
what's
was why they
emergency?
were sick.
I'm sick. Well, what did you do last night? I ate some booty? Like, that's wow. We'll talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. In the morning. The Breakfast Club.